here in the second quarter. 53-9, East Prairie on top. Oak Ridge looking. Meyer way outside. Now he brings it in, top of the key. Outside again. There's another three-pointer. That one goes for Caleb Novak. And that gives the Oak Ridge Blue Jays 12 to East Prairie's 53. Now Groves up the floor. Jay White back to Groves, top of the key. Groves goes inside, outside. Now Groves over to Markham. Markham thinks about a three. Thinks about it twice. Pulls the trigger, no good. Tavion Ware hands it off to Noah Johnson. Noah tips it over to Connor Markham. He can't get it to go. And here come the Blue Jays. Couple of good opportunities there for a couple of Eagles on that possession. Now the Oak Ridge Blue Jays working on the defense. There's another bucket. Number 23, Connor Huttiger puts it in. 53-14. The Blue Jays still fighting. Dumped inside. There's Noah Johnson. He needs 6.
He needs 6. Good look from the left side for Connor Markham to find him coming on the left side.
I just gave the signal to the crowd and his parents. He needs 6. Three-pointer up from the Blue Jays. No good. Knocked around.
Yeah,
that's Noah Johnson. Oh, it's an alley-oop off the backboard. He needs 4.
Connor Markham comes up the left side, breaks it off the backboard. Noah Johnson there to stuff it home. 57-14 East Prairie.
And now that's a nice play there for the Blue Jays with Mason Bolin. And there's going to be a timeout called by East Prairie. 55-16. 1:27 left to go in the second quarter. We will take a timeout and come back in 30 seconds. This is Eagle Basketball on KYMO.
Electric Cooperative and GoSimo Fiber deliver electricity and broadband to homes, farms, and businesses throughout Southeast Missouri. With exceptional people providing extraordinary service. You can be confident in knowing that your electrical grid is one of the strongest in the state. And when you get GoSimo Fiber, you get a real fiber connection. No more buffering. No more lag while gaming. No more Zoom calls dropping. The SEMO Electric Cooperative and GoSimo Fiber. Here for you. Here for our communities.
Now, back to more East Prairie Eagle basketball on Classic KYMO.
We come back to, where did we go?
Hello.
There we are.
Hi.
Yeah, I knew we were there. I just couldn't hear us. We're back, and East Prairie has the basketball coming out of the timeout. Ty Wallace feeds it inside. Connor Markham. Ooh, that one bounced in and out. And he gets the steal. He's looking. Spin move. Goes inside. Lays it up. There. Oh. Nope. Noah Johnson could have pulled to within 2. That one didn't make it, but it was knocked out of bounds after he missed. It still remains East Prairie back. Left to go here in the second quarter. 55-16 Eagles. There it is, Noah Johnson. Count the 2, and he's going to go to the line for a charity stripe. Basket. And that would pull him, if he makes this, to 999. He takes his time. Can't get it to go. Rebounds fighting for it. Piper Rendon, they tie it up. Jump ball. Oak Ridge basketball with 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. 57-16 Eagles. Here come the Blue Jays. That's Novak. He's out shading towards the left side of the offense. Pops it over to the wing. The big man out there, Huttiger. And now that one gets kicked by Rendon, and Oak Ridge will take it out on the side. East Prairie's defense from the get-go tonight has been really good. I mean, they had problems from the get-go. Oak Ridge now inbounding. That's Huttiger. Huttiger to Meyer. Connor Markham comes out there. Now they try it. They try to go top of the key. They get it back to Huttiger. They lay it inside. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound. It gets into the Oak Ridge hands. Not this time. How about again? And that time, Mason Bolin gets the roll and puts it in. And it's going to be Trip Shoemaker's second foul of the game. Comes with 28.6 seconds left here before halftime. And Bolin on the line. Can't get that one to go. Trip Shoemaker comes down with a rebound. Gets it to Connor Markham, who gets it to Piper Rendon. 23 seconds left to go. Rendon to Markham. Markham looking inside. Alley-oop! There it is!
That should be it.
1,000
That is
points.
it right there.
Timeout, East Prairie with 13.4. That is 1,000 points for Noah Johnson, and it comes on an alley-oop dunk.
What better way to hit number 1,000 for Noah Johnson? And
even the Oak Ridge fans
night
are standing up and applauding
he
this.
is having here tonight, now with 29 points. My goodness, what is it? 5-6 dunks now?
If you're going to hit
alley-oops,
1,000 points, you couldn't have dialed that scenario up any better. Noah Johnson with 1,000 points. And he does it on the floor here at Oak Ridge tonight with 13.4 seconds left to go before halftime, and East Prairie up 59-16.
and let's not lose sight of the fact that he has done this. He has scored 29 points before we ever hit halftime.
Yeah, it's just been all East Prairie here. Now Oak Ridge with 7 seconds left. And Piper Rendon, another turnover. Rendon's going to shoot it from about half court.
Oh, he about had
almost
it.
got it.
It kissed off the front of the rim.
What a half for East Prairie basketball as they go in at halftime. Noah Johnson with his 1,000th point tonight. 59-18. Halftime. We're going to go to halftime for 90 seconds. It's your Focus Bank Ultimate Flooring halftime show. Back in 90 seconds, it's Eagle Basketball on KYMO.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services like fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Banking with people who truly get you. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For your flooring, blinds, countertops, and paint needs, it's Ultimate Flooring and Paints in Sikeston and Cape Girardeau. Ultimate Flooring has the latest in-stock flooring and carpet, Cortec LVT plank and tile, and AtraGuard laminate. Ultimate Flooring has all the materials you need to do it yourself, or they have in-house installers ready to work for you. Ultimate Flooring and Paints in Sikeston and Cape.
Listening to Classic KYMO has never been easier. Of course, we're already on your radio, internet, and now we're right on your smartphone. Introducing the new Classic KYMO app. Listen live wherever you go. Text a request, give us a shout out, or post to our Facebook page, all straight from the app. Search Classic KYMO in the iTunes Store or Google Play for the free download. Classic KYMO. Yeah, there's an app for that.
Now, back to more East Prairie Eagle basketball on Classic KYMO.
And we come back to this one here in East Prairie. And what a half of basketball it's been for the East Prairie Eagles. They have 61 points on the scoreboard. Oak Ridge has 18. But the big moment came with 13.4 seconds left in the second quarter. Noah Johnson had been sniffing all night. He was putting dunks down, one-hand, two-hand jams. We come out of a timeout. We come down the floor, and Connor Markham lays one up there on an alley-oop. He came from the right side. He crashed down the baseline. and he stuffed it home for his 1,000th career high school point, with hopefully many more games to go this basketball season. 61-18. Zach Barker joining us now. Kind of getting himself lined out down there at the scorer's table, making sure it's all good. What do you got over there in that stat MacBook thing you have?
I'm muted. There we
you
go. I'm back. Well, we went to half with the score being 59-18, and I thought I'd added an extra bucket somewhere, and so internal panic me said, is it on Noah Johnson? But it wasn't. And in fact, the score was 61. I talked to the books down there. They said, yeah, I've got 61 too. So now our halftime score
is 61.
61-18 in favor of East Prairie. Now, scoring. Let's start off with how it breaks down from the first and second quarter. We ended East Prairie 25, Oak Ridge 14. For Oak Ridge scoring, they are led by Mason Boland, number 35 with 6, number 23 Connor Huttiger with 4, Cade Schilling and Caleb Novak both tied with 3, and Noah Engler with 2. And on the East Prairie that might be the first time you heard that tonight. Chase Childers. Oh, no. Trip Shoemaker with 9. Chase Childers with 8. Connor Markham with 6. Piper Rendon with 4. Ty Wallace and Jay White with 2. And Tavion Ware with 1. And let me tell you, Piper Rendon, I am very proud of the game that he is having so far. And it started with the assist.
Yes.
In that transitional offense, because you got to have the ball before you can get an assist. And most of the time it's because he was actually getting rebounds, or he was the one controlling the ball coming down the floor. And he has done an excellent job handling the basketball and finding the open man so that East Prairie can convert at the rim, not being selfish, playing good basketball, and contributing to this East Prairie basketball squad.
Well, I mean, Ty Wallace with his no looks and and passes, and you get bench play when you get Childers in there, and he's popping a couple of threes. Connor Markham has as many assists as he does points right now in this game. And then, Trip Shoemaker with the rebounds. Jay White getting rebounds, and everybody so far in this game for East Prairie has contributed something. And what an incredible score if you're an East Prairie fan, 61-18. And unless some sort of basketball miracle happens in the second half, you're going to be looking at a very shortened game, if you will, as we move, into we're coming up on the 8 o'clock hour, so we'll do some station identification here in just a second. But, I mean, you have to be, and this is a kind of game sometimes, coaches love, and then sometimes coaches hate. The bottom line is these Eagles right now have found a rhythm, and they played their song well in this first half to make it easy on them going into the second half.
And I think what we're going to do in this second half is we're going to use this as an opportunity. We saw it in the end stages of the second quarter.
Yes.
Where we're putting different pairings on the floor to see how those players jive together.
Right.
Because when we are getting into next week and we're looking at Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, we have an opportunity now to look at the chemistry between these players on the varsity floor. And so, you mentioned sometimes coaches like these and sometimes coaches don't like these games as much. And I think this is a very good, well-placed opportunity for East Prairie to play around with arrangements of the 5 they have on the floor.
Well, we're at halftime, 61-18. The Eagles well in control. Noah Johnson scoring his 1,000th point right there at the end of the second quarter.
With an alley-oop.
Oh, with an alley-oop. Yeah, I mean, I was saying that you couldn't have written a better script for a young man to score his 1,000th point like he did on that setup from Connor Markham to him on the alley-oop. It was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful basketball. All right, let's go back to the station, and we'll do station identification as well back in 90 seconds. This is Eagle Basketball on KYMO.
This is Classic KYMO. East Prairie, Sikeston. At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services like fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just for opening your new really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Although we believe the real gift is banking with people who truly get you. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For your flooring, blinds, countertops, and paint needs, it's Ultimate Flooring and Paints in Sikeston and Cape Girardeau. Ultimate Flooring has the latest in-stock flooring and carpet, Cortec LVT plank and tile, and AtraGuard laminate. Ultimate Flooring has all the materials you need to do it yourself, or they have in-house installers ready to work for you. Ultimate Flooring and Paints in Sikeston and Cape.
Listening to Classic KYMO has never been easier. Of course, we're already on your radio, internet, and now we're right on your smartphone. Introducing the new Classic KYMO app. Listen live wherever you go. Text a request, give us a shout out, or post to our Facebook page, all straight from the app. Search Classic KYMO in the iTunes Store or Google Play for the free download. Classic KYMO. Yeah, there's an app for that.
Now, back to more East Prairie Eagle basketball on Classic KYMO.
We come back to Oak Ridge, East Prairie, with a commanding lead here. And I think we're going to see some other individuals maybe. I don't know. I'm looking down the bench, and it looks like we've got some of the starters in, some of the starters out. We're going to see what happens here. So there goes Markham and Wallace. There goes Rendon. All right, so it's going to be our five starters on the floor.
With our starting five, and 3, 4, 11, 23, and 30 for Oak Ridge.
Cohen Haas not part of that because he got injured earlier with the ankle injury, and he has been out of the game since.
Yeah, I saw them not carting him off, but they were supporting him going to the locker room. We haven't seen him emerge from there since.
Connor Markham shot from the elbow, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's out of bounds. Are they going to? Okay, it's going to be Oak Ridge basketball. Markham, as we got going here in the third quarter, took the shot from the elbow.
And it was touched by nobody. Piper Rendon tried to throw it back in, but wasn't able to get there in time. Oak Ridge basketball, and they'll go into their offensive set.
Now East Prairie kind of doing the floating 2-3. Oh, and when you overcommit, somebody gets behind you. And that was number 23, Connor Huttiger, with the basket.
From Caden Borgfield.
Now the Eagles get realigned here. Piper Rendon up top doing the point. Connor Markham comes over, gets into the corner. Lob into Trip Shoemaker. He's double-teamed. Back to Connor Markham. Markham goes inside, right down the baseline. Give him 2, 63-20 Eagles.
Yep, good look down that left baseline for Connor. Not a lot of defensive contest for him to face in that lane.
And Piper Rendon steps in front of one. Gets it ahead on the steal to Connor Markham. There's another one for Connor. 65-20.
His 10th point of this game, the 5th assist for Piper Rendon.
Piper Rendon.
Actually 7th.
I was going to say, he's got to have more than that. Shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be Oak Ridge basketball.
Yep, swatted out by Noah Johnson, trying to just keep the ball away from an easy 2 for Oak Ridge. Good defense by him, but that's going to allow Oak Ridge to get into a new, fresh offensive set.
They inbound, and it's tipped by Ty Wallace. He gets it to Rendon. Rendon takes his time, lets everybody get ahead of him. Fires it over to Wallace out on the right wing. Wallace back out to Rendon, way up top, middle of the court. Now they're going to shade over toward the right side. Rendon way out on the right wing, right corner. Give and go. Shoemaker tries to get it inside to Noah Johnson, and it gets swatted away and picked up by Oak Ridge.
And to start that East Prairie offensive possession, good soft hands from Piper Rendon, because when Ty Wallace tipped that ball, he was about 2.5 feet away from him, and Piper was able to just calm, cool, collect, bring it right into his chest, and off they went, and here goes Piper running again as Oak Ridge turns the ball over.
Into the left side, Connor Markham from Rendon to Noah Johnson, and he has now got 1,002, 31 on the night, 67-20 East Prairie.
If Piper starts getting some baskets, he has a chance at a double-double tonight.
Yes, he does.
He's at 8 assists and 4 points.
And he's still out there fighting, looking, hands up all the time, moving. Meyer for the Oak Ridge Blue Jays. There's a three-pointer up, no good. Tracked down. Back out to Meyer up top. They dump it inside, back out again. Another three-pointer up. This time it goes for Novak. 67-23. 5:19 left to go in the third quarter. Piper Rendon gets the Eagles into the half-court set for offense. Wallace finds Markham. He gets double-teamed. He dumps it outside. Trip Shoemaker goes into the lane, puts it up and in. 69-23 Eagles.
Oak Ridge with a couple sitting at the scorer's table waiting to come into this game with the next whistle.
Novak gets it over to Meyer. Meyer looks, and that one's going to get thrown away. And checking in for Novak is going to be number 31. That's Burnett. I think number 10, Schilling, also back into the contest. Piper Rendon brings it up the floor. He crosses the half-court logo, gets it to the right wing. Trip Shoemaker into the right deep corner. Markham out on the wing. Piper Rendon, he gets it over to Wallace. Wallace sees a lane on the pass, takes it in.
Good
Boom,
look
boom.
up that left side.
71-23 Eagles. We're halfway through the third quarter, almost, and there's another steal. Picked up by Ty Wallace. Tip pass, Rendon to Markham. Can't get it to go. He hits the ground, gets
Good
picked
idea
up.
for Ty Wallace to get it worked back up to the top on the outside.
Oh, Piper. Three-pointer, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it comes down into the arms of Jaden McAllister.
Yeah, could have used a little more arc on it. That just kind of rolled over the top of the rim and into Oak Ridge hands.
Inside they go. That's going to be a walk.
Yes, sir.
Great idea. I liked what he wanted to do for the Blue Jays, but you can't do that many steps.
That'll bring in Augie Kennedy. Trip Shoemaker is going to take a break. And number 11 makes his way back into the ball game. He'll come in for number 30, Grant Meyer.
Noah Johnson to Connor Markham. Connor Markham, that one's blocked. Connor Markham gets his own rebound. That time he gets hacked, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. That would have been an assist from Noah Johnson to Connor Markham. Usually it's the other way around.
Usually.
Usually.
Particularly tonight. But
Eagles in control, in command, have been since early in this game. And Connor Markham on the line drains the first one. Now we start talking about counting him down here in the coming games.
yeah, he's got 11 points in this game so far. Tonight he started with, got to go back and look through all of my text messages.
He misses the second, so he's 1 of 2 on that one.
Yep, he started with 929 on the night, so he is presently at 100, or goodness gracious, 929. He's presently at 940.
Oh, blocked. Augie Kennedy
with a great block. Nothing but hands
Ball got loose on the floor, and I'm not sure what they're calling here.
on the ball.
Are they going to say jump ball? They call jump ball? Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be Oak Ridge basketball.
We'll just hit the reset there.
Sure. Burnett gets it in. Somebody forgot Novak out there on the three-point line. He launches it up, no good. Rebound Bolin for the Blue Jays. He gets it over to Burnett. Burnett from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Noah Johnson on a fast break. Doesn't have it. That was good defense by Novak. Johnson gets it to Ware. Ware somehow gets it over to Augie Kennedy, and then he gets blocked. And now Oak Ridge on the fast break. Novak to Burnett. Three-pointer. No good.
Novak
Fight for the rebound. Last touched by, and that's going to be McAllister for Oak Ridge.
Absolutely great stretch to even keep that ball in play because
kidding.
they threw an absolute rifle of a pass to his hands, and he had to stretch out completely, and he is not anywhere close to the tallest kid on the floor.
Here come the Eagles. Markham gets it over right wing. That's Wallace. Wallace back to Markham. Markham's got double team. Turns around and can't get it to go, but then it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bolin. Augie Kennedy in there, causing that disruption. And that's how East Prairie is going to retain possession.
Yep. Augie fresh into the game and quickly making his presence known on the defensive side of the ball. East Prairie.
Oh, Wallace feeds it to Ware. Can't get it to go. Kennedy with the rebound. Foul on the floor.
Yep.
He would have had to. Instead, they're going to call it on the floor. Second foul of the quarter. Third of the night for number 10, Schilling.
East Prairie's last 3 offensive possessions have come up empty, but they're going to get another chance to reset it here.
Noah Johnson for 3. No good. Goes off the far side of the rim. Here comes Burnett up the left side of the floor for the Blue Jays. Gets it over. Schilling, no. Connor Markham almost caused another steal, and now there's going to be a backcourt. And it's going to be East Prairie basketball.
Well, and is it not only backcourt, they let it roll all the way out the backside, so we're going to take it out from behind the baseline.
I mean, at least they get it in on the inbound. Noah Johnson thinks about it, hands it back off to Ty Wallace. Wallace takes a step back, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, McAllister, offside rebound, finds Burnett. Burnett up the middle of the floor, left side. McAllister thought about a 3. Schilling says, I'll shoot it. No good, air ball. There goes Noah Johnson ahead to Connor Markham. Markham puts it up, no good. Tap in by Noah Johnson, no good. And Bolin comes down with a loose ball. 1:50 left to go in the third, 72-23 East Prairie. Burnett for Oak Ridge. Gets it over to McAllister. They feed it into Bolin. He's a big kid, just a sophomore. Three-pointer up, no good because it was blocked by Kennedy, and then a reach-in foul is going to be called against Bolin and the Blue Jays. That'll be the third foul of the quarter.
A good job by Augie Kennedy keeping himself straight up and able to get a tip on it. And not only that, able to control the basketball to the point that we're able to get the reaching foul and turn this ball back over into East Prairie's hands.
East Prairie, Noah Johnson, Augie Kennedy, back to Noah Johnson. Noah Johnson goes in the lane, puts it up and in.
33 points on the night, and that is the 7th offensive possession. We finally break that streak of getting the ball to the hoop and actually getting something for it.
Burnett with a 3 on the other end for the Blue Jays.
His first points of the night.
74-26. And East Prairie back on the offensive side. Noah Johnson to Connor Markham. Man, he just can't get those little ones to go. But Tavion Ware says, I'll help you out. And he puts it up and in. Under a minute to go here in the third. With the Eagles holding a 50-point lead. Burnett from the elbow stops, gets it back. No, almost got away from Caleb Novak. Novak's going to, from the top of the key, launch a 3. No good. Long rebound goes out into the hands of Ty Wallace. He looks up the floor, gets it to Connor Markham. Markham thinks about it, head fakes, attacks, in, can't get it to go, but he got fouled. He's like, what do I got to do to get this to go down?
Right. It's been a tough third quarter for East Prairie. They still have converted 15 to Oak Ridge's 8, but when you compare that to the 36 and 25 prior, baskets are a little harder to find here.
Markham got the first one.
There we go.
And he's going to work on the second one here. With 31 seconds left to go, we will have a running clock in the fourth quarter. And there it does not go for Markham on the second one.
Yeah, a couple of bounces and just straight back off. Oak Ridge comes down with the rebound.
And they get it back into the hands of Burnett. He's up top, thinks about it. No look over to the right wing of their offense. Novak. Noah Johnson comes out on him. They try to feed it inside. That one gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bolin. And the Blue Jays. Noah Johnson will do the inbounding here. He'll get it into Connor Markham. With 12.8 seconds left to go before the end of the third. Ty Wallace for 3. Oh, it was in and out. Augie Kennedy can't come down with a rebound. Bolin grabs it. And they're going to run out of time.
They waved it off,
Yep.
Didn't have it out of his hands.
They got it ahead to Schilling, but it was too late. At the end of 3, 77 East Prairie, 26 Oak Ridge. Back with the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. This is Eagle Basketball on KYMO.
Delta Growers Association is Southeast Missouri's hometown source for fuel. With 5 fueling stations located between Scott, Mississippi, and New Madrid counties, they offer 93-octane premium unleaded with no ethanol and premium diesel fuel, too. Delta Growers is your local co-op, owned by over 400 members and employs over 60 of your neighbors. Remember Delta Growers the next time your tanks are headed towards empty. Delta Growers Association, serving Southeast Missouri.
At Sonic Drive-In in East Prairie, their priority isn't just great service, it's also a great experience. Whether you're stopping by on your lunch break for a cherry limeade, or maybe you're picking up shakes for the crew, maybe you want something a little heavier, they're ready for you. At Sonic, they make your burger with 100% pure beef patties. They prepare hand-dipped onion rings, and they serve ice cream made with fresh milk and cream. Download the Sonic app and order your favorites to enjoy exclusive perks and offers, including half-price drinks and sludges anytime. Stop by and treat yourself today at Sonic of East Prairie.
Now, back to more East Prairie Eagle basketball on Classic KYMO.
And we come back to this one. The East Prairie reserves are on the floor. Well, most of them. You've got Childers, you've got Groves, you've got Jay White, and a steal by Oak Ridge, and down the floor they get 2. That's number 12.
Noah Engler.
Noah Engler. He's a JV player out there. You got Rendon and Shoemaker, part of the starting 5 out there. Piper shoots a 3, no good. 77-28. Engler comes down with a rebound. He gets it ahead, and they can't get it to go. That was number 21 that did the shooting for Oak Ridge. Now Rendon feeds it ahead to Jay White. Oh, and he missed the layup. Here we are in the 4th quarter with East Prairie on top, 77-28. Here come the Blue Jays working it on the offensive side. They had a Unterreiner in there for the Jays. Yes. Number 21 also on the floor, Hunter Riggs, and that's another steal and
walk.
Trip Shoemaker hesitated before he threw that pass, and they're going to call him for a walk.
Yeah, Oak Ridge, just like East Prairie, brought in a slew of new faces into this ball game.
Yeah, 2 of your starters, Shoemaker and Rendon, on the floor. Augie Kennedy getting minutes in the 3rd quarter. Now Bolin working. That's a 3-pointer from the outside. No good, but somebody snuck in there. Landon Zollner. And he puts it up and in, and he makes it a 47-point game. 77-30 East Prairie. Trip Shoemaker in the right corner outside to Jay White. Now let's work left. Left wing, Rendon back out top. Jay White. Now we're on the wing with Shoemaker. Back over to Childers, and that one gets away, thrown over the head of Childers. Down the floor. Oh, and Noah Engler goes up. Trip Shoemaker gets his 3rd foul.
Yep.
Clock continues to run here with 5:40 left to go in this contest.
You got Noah Johnson tracking along the right side, just unable to get out of the way, so Oak Ridge
knocked out of bounds, but it'll still remain Eagle basketball.
And it gave Oak Ridge the opportunity for the 3-point play, but unable to convert on that 3rd shot. That'll leave Noah Engler with 6 points so far in this contest.
They're going to get Carson Groves with a walk out top, so an Eagle turnover here in the 4th quarter. And here comes Engler and the Blue Jays. Number 12 up the floor. He gets it to the right side, left side, right side. Unterreiner. It gets knocked away, and it's going to be last. That was number 21, Hunter Riggs, trying to chase it down. They're going to say last touched by East Prairie. So it's going to be Engler doing the inbounding, and guess who steps in front of the pass?
Number 2,
Piper Rendon.
Piper Rendon into the hands on the right side of Chase Childers, who puts it up, unable to get it, but Jay White down with the rebound, and from the left side, able to put it in. 79 East Prairie.
79-32. Clock running. It's a running clock here, and Jay White almost gets a steal. That shot up, and it was tipped by Trip Shoemaker. Carson Groves down the floor. Oh, Childers, he tried a behind-the-back pass to Rendon, but Oak Ridge caught up with it. And now they're on the fast break. Carson Groves steps in front of number 21. Piper Rendon picks up the ball. He goes down for an easy layup, And the Eagles have broke 80 at 81-32.
Can you imagine if he had dunked it?
That would have been a something. Blue Jays. Groves is going to get charged with a block as Noah Engler went charging on the inside. They'll take it out of bounds. And it looks like Trip Shoemaker may be done for the night. Augie Kennedy and Tavion Ware. Piper Rendon's going to take a seat.
Landon Burnett coming in for Oak Ridge. That's going to put Noah Engler on the bench.
Bowen takes the inbound, pops it over. Burnett from the corner. Three-pointer up, no good. Childers comes down with, and he stepped out of bounds. Chase Childers couldn't stay in bounds. He tracked it down, but had a little too much momentum. Then he stepped on the out of bounds, so Oak Ridge will keep it on their end of the court. From the corner is where they'll take it out, and they get it in. They pop it into the big man. Bolin, Burnett, three-pointer, no good. Bolin with the rebound, turn around in the lane, and he's going to get... Oh, wait. 24 got called with a push underneath. Yep. And so that's Eagle basketball.
I thought that was going against East Prairie. When he held up 24, I thought, we don't even have a 24.
Yeah, I thought maybe there was a little slap at the end of that. Jay White in the lane, can't get it to go. Augie Kennedy comes fighting for it. Jump ball, and that's going to go to Oak Ridge. Yep. 2.5 minutes left to go in this one. There never really was any doubt once the Eagles got going in this one tonight. And this second half really has been kind of a formality.
Well, not only a formality, but an opportunity for other players who normally don't see this floor to get in and get comfortable playing with those other players. And when you think about how East Prairie, at the end of this year, the core that they are losing, this is an excellent opportunity to get time for these players coming up, and it's going to shorten the amount of time it takes for us to find our footing in the coming years. So
goodness. Tavion Ware on a give and go from Chase Childers. He got it to Tavion. Tavion back to Childers. Count the bucket. Yeah, that was pretty.
Great play up the right side of the floor for them. But this is an investment in the future for these East Prairie Eagles.
Burnett working it around. They get it over to Riggs. Riggs to Bolin. And it gets loose. Does Chase Childers come up with it? He does. Chase Childers off to the races. Chase Childers. He can't get it to go. 90 seconds left in this one here tonight. 83-32 East Prairie. Oak Ridge outside. That's going to be Unterreiner. He cannot get it to go. Jay White with a rebound. Jay White dribbling around. Looks up the floor. Gets it to Carson Groves. Groves on the run. And number 24, Landon Zone there. I believe is going to be called for the foul. He is.
Yep. Before that, when Oak Ridge was on their offensive position, a great pick set by 35 Mason Bolin. They just weren't able to get the ball to fall into the basket.
Now the Eagles working it around. Childers thought about a three, pulls it down from the left wing, gets it back out top. Groves thought about it. Now he gets it over to Childers to Jay White. Jay White dribbles. He had a good idea, but right at the last minute, Hunter Riggs stepped in front and knocked it out of bounds, and we've got 35 seconds left to go.
Yep. Good positional recognition from him to be able to step in the lane and knock that ball out, let him get this defensive set recalibrated.
23 seconds left. Jay White outside holding on to it. He's dribbling around. And Burnett's going to pick his pocket. Burnett down the floor. Burnett's going to get a basket with 11 seconds left to go. Yep. And now the Eagles can just walk it up the court. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a final. 83-34. The final here tonight. East Prairie in control at Oak Ridge, and Noah Johnson scoring his 1,000th point tonight. It happened in the second quarter.